Systems are go. About 90 seconds to launch destination.
Mind you, we swore an oath of loyalty, but we are still senators. It's not more speeches in the Senate that will change the world. Rome is dying.
My legions are mustering as swiftly as possible. General Gaius, Julius Caesar, enough!
Senators, welcome back to episode 41 in my Stellaris Roman Empire campaign. In the last episode, the war in heaven raged on. We turned our attention to the traitorous Tyreen Republic annihilating their fleets and occupying several of their worlds with relative ease. Meanwhile, Opsius and the two Federation fleets pushed deeper into the ancient Eradicators' territory, restoring lost claims for the Veldener Zealots and carving out a new province for our empire that we plan to connect to the Galactic core. The awakened empires have been pushing their borders out slowly, but the real fight for now has been between the vassals and subjects. Our League of Non-Aligned Powers lost a small member, but we've been fighting to defend the others while our economic prospects and technology advances. Now, in the last episode we were building, or rather weaponizing, 2 attack moons, one of which got interrupted, which I missed to address during the episode. So one of them is progressing 395 days till it reaches the next phase, but the other one, at the southern part of our empire in the Huff system, was going to be built here, Huff 5A. But unfortunately, as this is a bordering system with the Order of Enlightenment, it seems like perhaps this fleet came in and kind of warded off our construction fleet, the Parthia. So they backed off, interrupting the building of the attack moon, or the weaponization of the attack moon. But we did get a full refund, but it has caused us a bit of a setback for time. Now I've reinstated and recommissioned the building of another attack moon, this time a bit further north, and in future we'll come back down here and try to get this later, after we make sure that the Order of Enlightenment are no longer an issue. So I thought I should address that. Now during this episode I plan to continue what we were doing, continue what we started, which was taking out the Tyreen Republic while the Senate decides what we're going to do with their species. So we're about to land on or finish taking one of the worlds right now, I think. Then there's the Nicor system as well, that has another world in there. And then we move over to this eastern part where the Tyreen Republic has several systems. The interesting thing here is then that once that's done, we're finished with the entire north of the galaxy. We can then focus all of our attention on the south, and then eventually towards the southeast, where we know that the 2 fallen empires are, the Corinth Restorers and the Carillion Regulators. Now, we saw some erratic behavior, let's say, where we saw them posturing their fleets back and forth between systems. So I did delve in just to check that everything was a-okay, and I wasn't really noticing anything weird. We had this behavior before with another empire out this way before, I can't remember who it was, but just to make sure that they're not going to have issues, or that it wasn't the issue from before, I removed some Tianki space whales, as previously what was happening was the empires were targeting them and then stopping and then targeting them and stopping. Just a bit of a bug. So I've just removed a bunch of them. There's only 1 now left in the galaxy. I just left them and said, I don't know what happens if you remove them all, so I didn't want to remove every one of them. But hopefully they did have 2 in their territory. Maybe they were targeting them, maybe they weren't. I didn't let time play to figure out, so I don't really know. So basically, I'm just letting you know that, so that we may end up seeing more aggressive behavior, but we may not. I don't really know. Now, speaking of the Corinth Restorers, it looks like the Kosher Trade League, as we were kind of observing at the last episode, managed to catch a small portion of their fleet away from itself. So 5 ships here. What are they? The escorts, and another one there. So 6 escorts caught out on their own, escorting nothing, I guess. Looks like they're probably going to get taken out then by the Kosher Trade League's fleet, which is 113,000 fleet power. It's not bad. Obviously, if their main fleet takes wind of this, they're going to come back with a vengeance and probably destroy them. But as I said, we're going to continue doing what we did in the last episode. We're going to try and take out more of the ancient eradicators. We're now going to push further south into the Nur Assembly. And in between episodes, I kind of just corrected unemployment, moving pops back onto Nemesis, where we have huge amounts of foundry arcologies. We're now making nearly 1,000 alloys out of there. more onto Tenrithin, although there's still plenty of room for more jobs and buildings as well. And then, where was the other one? Oh yeah, and then some more out onto Hellas, specifically onto the Athens district, or habitable section. And that's because we have some scientists there, so that'll increase our science. We're making 450 almost across the board, 430, about 430 across the board there, so that's pretty good. And that's pretty much it for what I did in between episodes. The Tyreen Republic were taken from their worlds, large amounts of them anyway, not all of them, and used as slaves on several of our worlds so that we could then kind of put humans that were previously working the worker jobs onto specialist jobs elsewhere. So kind of elevating more human jobs at the expense of the Tyreens, which are going to be taking more worker jobs. And that's pretty much it. I've also commissioned someone to colonize this world that we terraformed during the last episode, so that's going to happen. And yeah. Alright, so if we have a look at the Galactic community really quickly, we have it in Senate floor right now on the Enable Council Veto Power Resolution, so that's obviously so I can veto anything that comes in here and get rid of it. I'm the sole member of the council, of course. It looks like it's still going to go ahead, although there is some opposition to us now. If the Kosher Trade League got a little cute, and a few of these others, maybe it wouldn't go our way, but for now it seems fine. Hopefully it will go through. I have to pay attention. There is just 1 year to go on that, and then we get to do the emergency measure for the denouncement of the Awakened Empires. It's kind of cool that it says both Awakened Empires, like it knows that there's two. I don't know if the War in Heaven's always between two. Maybe it is. It'd be cool if it could be between three, as the Penthulian progenitors are still asleep. I guess they're still a fallen empire. So I guess maybe they could never have taken power. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. In our world, in our galaxy, they have both joined, and these are sitting on the sidelines. And I'm sure there was always the potential for all of them to fight. Okay, so let's let time play and just continue where we left off. I've got some new ship designs and things like that, and some improvements, but really I'm not going to be planning to upgrade any ships for a while, so we'll just let time play. Let's move down here to the military ships and just kind of keep that there so we can always see the military ships doing something. Alright, cool. So it looks like we're expanding the Da Wenu's territory out this way. And they're landing on different landing in different areas and stuff like that as well. Oh, there's spaceborne amoeba here. I didn't take them out, I guess. And so there is here as well. Interesting. Alright, I'll just queue that up. I guess I forgot to do that as well. Not a big deal, though.
Commencing planetary
Oh yeah, I should
invasion.
take a look at that battle. Are they going to turn around and take them out? Doesn't seem like they even care. Oh, well, they're in combat now anyway. You can see all the strike craft. Look at that. So you can see the strike craft being shot down with the point defense. Or at least, or the flak. That's probably the flak, right? So the flak is blasting them before they can really do much. Yeah. It's really cool, actually, when it happens as well. The noise is awesome. Didn't make much of a difference for them in the end, though.
Planetary invasion successful.
I should have actually checked the fleet composition. So they were the escorts. Let's just check really quickly. Escort class. Glory class? Yeah, so they've got flak cannons. Interesting, because we do have quite a lot of ships. Strike craft, I should say. But they'll be tangled up in theirs, and we've also got flak, so that's kind of just like we're just hitting each other with the same things. Our flak cannons are better than theirs, though, so that's good. XP is now falling. Oh yeah, that's fine. It's coming back up over time. Alright, we took the planet up here, I think it said. Yep. Now we have to go for this one. Mehernana. Mehernana. Whatever. Alright, and our fleet's heading over east. These guys are actually heading back to be upgraded, but really, I don't think there's much point in that. I think we'll head out this way. It's quite a long journey. This is what I said about not having a gateway out this way. But I don't know if we'll ever need one in future. Migrating forests. The surface of Pertinax is covered in lush forests, with massive tree analogues rising hundreds of meters into the air. Interestingly, our colonists have found that nearly all of the flora is mobile to various degrees. Forests stretching for miles will slowly migrate to new areas, richer in nutrients in a cycle that seems tied to the planet's orbit. Unfortunately, this has seriously hampered our efforts to develop the colony's infrastructure. The migrating trees frequently cut power lines while smashing our buildings and roads into rubble. I don't believe that we'd be using power lines in 2407, to be honest. Wouldn't it be deep underground by this point? Although if they're flora and fauna, I guess maybe they could dig in. Anyway. Okay, so it adds migrating forests to this world. Reducing some districts and stuff. We can study them though. Study the migrating forests or burn them. Well, I'd study them. 2 months of research. Don't want to read that actually. Several of our scientists are hoping that a solution which doesn't involve the destruction of the forest can be found by continued studies of this alien flora. Yep. Alright, man, it's all gone quiet now. Ops is still out here, just taking more and more provinces and systems. Excellent. So let's queue him up to do a big loop. Like that, and then to there. So take that, and come back and get Korach. Because after Korach, it's inhibited, so you can't queue up an order after it. So this way it's the most without having to come back and look at it. So where does this lead? Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah. Morta and Antiocha. What kind of systems we have here? Ooh, it is just an anchorage depot. I feel like that would be one of the worlds that they would maybe get to and come through. It is the furthest east wormhole that leads right to us. So maybe... These only add 4 naval capacity plus 2. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. 60, 66, 72. So 72 fleet capacity comes from here. Yeah, I'm just kind of... I don't know if we should get rid of it or not. What happens if they come through there? Not much, really. It's not, like, that bad of a spot. I'll leave it. Against my better judgment. Some part of me is screaming to say, no, don't do that. We'll leave it. Alright. Fleets are all moving, all good. Territories being captured. Armies are landing. New armies being created, of course, at Sparta and from Rome. Game seems to be running better now. Well, I say that just as it freezes. I guess it ebbs and flows. Alright, the project's been completed. We've learned that the roaming forests on Pertinax avoid certain regions that are home to colonies of native pseudo-insect. These insects secrete a pheromone that can be used to steer the wandering trees away from population centers. Furthermore, the areas where the forest most frequently range have been closed off as nature reserves. Our biologists can learn much by studying this reserve from neighboring regions. There you go. So we removed the migrating forests from the planet, and we added a migrating forest reserve with the following things. 20% society research and extra research jobs here. So it's kind of cool. So now we've just kind of redirected them. They're going to stay migrating in a small area, and we can study them that way. Although we do still have docile migrating forests. We're clearing all the blockers that were on all these planets as well now. There's something like 10,000 energy to get rid of them. Alright, the planetary invasion on Mehernana is taking place. There are 37 pops here.
Spaceport under attack.
Decent defense as well. Alright, good. Wow, it shows you how strong a spaceport can be. That just changed our fleet power by quite a lot. Or maybe it was the jump drives. Actually, it's most likely that, actually.
New technology discovered.
Because this wasn't a starport. That was just a regular one. Okay, anyway. Pulsed plasma afterburners. Nice. Eradicator torpedo. Tactical interceptor wing and bomber wings. Still not as good as the psionic ones we have, so I don't really think we need to get that. Battle cruiser hull points. System mineral refinery. Let's get the cruiser hull points. We're over our limit for star-based capacity, which is going to hurt our income, so let's get rid of some of them. Oh shit, I just returned control of that. Whoops. While the troops are fighting on the ground. Well, mistakes were made. I don't know if I need to hop back and take it back. I've never done that before, given I didn't know you could. Didn't know you could. Alright, we'll just go back and take it again if needs be. The broken clock. A breach. A bizarre occurrence in the broken clock system has been reported. The mysterious fog shrouding the planets has vanished, revealing the planets' surfaces. The massive ring world structure seems to have somehow repaired all the damage sustained. Even the star itself has changed its composition and turned into a bright A-class star, seemingly reversing billions of years of aging. Most strangely, the desolate system is now teeming with life. Sprawling cities and industrial areas cover the ring world and one of the larger planets, along with 2 fully developed habitats that simply appeared out of the void, guarded by massive fleets. It's as if the system had never been deserted. The mysterious newcomers are hailing us. Oh, wow.
Engaging hostile fleets.
It says they're hailing us, but I didn't... The Dual Rakan Reborn. Despicable neutrals. What makes a species turn neutral? Lust for gold, power, or were they just born with hearts full of neutrality? Well, they're pathetic to me. They have a CB on everybody for ideology. Can't see any ethics or civics. Strong, fleeting, industrious, and tundra preferences for them. 400 pops. Wow, it's quite a lot to start off with. In one system. Holy shit. Hang on just one sec. How much is this? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15? 150,000? It's not bad. I mean, out of nowhere it's a lot, but yeah, that's not too bad. They're not hostile to me right now, so hopefully everything's alright. What do they got? Research labs, fortresses, alloy foundries. Each district the same. Technology level pretty similar. Level 5. We've got like level 6 or 7 at this point, but I have a feeling, I have a sneaking suspicion, I don't know, that the AI will never go beyond this. Level 5. Just because if you do the thing in the ship designer and toggle auto upgrade, you never go beyond it. You have to manually do it. So I wonder, does the AI like build new ships with the latest stuff based on its power, or do they just build up to a tier? I don't know. I guess we'll see if we ever see anything stronger than that come at us. Alright, so they've formed their own little kingdom here. Or empire. They're not hostile to me. That's pretty cool. Not as crazy as I kind of expected. I had a feeling when people were saying, like, your computer's going to lag, I thought it was going to be a massive invasion or something. It kind of is. They might become hostile, but I think we can handle them even with 1 or 2 of our own fleets. Should we wish. It'd be great to get them as an ally. I'd love that. But I doubt it's possible. It said they were hailing me, but I never got a message. I wonder, was that a mistake? Normally when it says that, it's like, oh, they're hailing you. They give you a message and maybe you get some options or something, but... Or they tell you what they're going to do. But we didn't get that. Alright, well... Kind of anticlimactic in a way. But they're just there now. An abandoned orbital Elysium. Upon entering the TR system, our science ship spotted a seemingly empty ring-shaped habitat. This orbital Elysium appears to be abandoned, and we could colonize it. However, near the Elysium are several ships of unknown origin, apparently guarding the habitat. If we want to settle it, we have to fight. Well, that's the newer assembly. I don't know if that was somewhere else, maybe. I'm not really too sure. No, it's the TR system. There might have been something that's already happened. Again, weird. I feel like I'm getting events that aren't making any sense. Alright, no problem. Defending the remnants of Ilaria territory like that. It's good. Good to see. All our fleets are moving and doing something. This one is not anymore. So that's the remnants of Ilaria. Safe, I guess. Let's continue to push further down south. Do a jump in there. We were probably way more powerful than the Nur assembly, so don't have to really worry about anything.
Planetary invasion successful.
Our Juggernaut is fighting spaceborne amoeba, I think. Don't even see them. Oh, there they are. I always feel bad for these guys. The way they just shrivel up and die. Alright, planetary invasion over. We took this planet as well, but now our army is being attacked by the starbase here. So that's the problem with giving it back, although we have this fleet here as well, so they came back in time, which is good. And we can see all of the... So what... I can't remember the name of these ones, but the... some sort of missile, they're like really bright red. I'll see them as soon as we let time play again. The game is completely frozen. On a really irregular time. Come on, game, don't let me down. Please. Maybe? This is a big one, whatever the hell this is. The fact that I can still move anything and it doesn't say it's crashed. I might have crashed, maybe. Hello everybody, I am back from the crash. So, I have some good news and some bad news. But we'll start with the bad first. The bad news is that the crash was particularly stubborn. It took me about an hour to figure out. Essentially, we kept crashing on the 25th of August. I think it might have actually been different in the first run. But it's taken me over an hour to figure this out, so forgive me if I've forgotten some things from before. But essentially, I couldn't get past the 25th of August. It just kept crashing, hard locking, couldn't figure out what was going on. So, long story short, I ran some tests. I disabled all the AI, and we were able to make it past the date. So then I had the unfortunate task of trying to figure out which was the AI that was causing the issue. But I got quite lucky. My hunch was that it was the Broken Clock AI, seeing as that is a new faction. It's tied to an event. I don't fully know what the event is supposed to do with them or what happens to them after that. Maybe they declare war on people. Maybe that was causing the issue. I'm not sure. But essentially, I had to kill them off. So through some console commands, I've killed them off. They will disappear as soon as I let time play and the day ticks over. But that seems to be the root of it. So the good news is that I fixed it. So at least we don't have to worry about that anymore. It was pretty arduous figuring that out. Just in terms of time. I operate on a strict schedule here, so I've lost a lot of time, but it could have been far worse. It was looking really bad for a while. I was thinking, you know, I'm not going to have time to go through every AI and figure out like what's going on with everyone. Like find out who's the one that's building something, doing something, trying to do something that's causing an issue. So hopefully that's the worst of it and they're gone now. I do believe that event is tied to the mod. I've been reading up about it just while I was waiting in between. And it seems really, really cool. So, you know, no hate towards the mod or the event. I think it's the more events mod. I think the mod is awesome. It's clearly given like so much fun and extra enjoyment out of this campaign, tying to the entire Vazarin and everything like that. So I'm sure we just got unlucky. Whatever happened, happened. And maybe we never got hailed by them, which is the problem perhaps. And yeah, that caused it. So at least we don't have to worry about it now. So we can't use them as an ally like I was potentially hoping for. And they're just kind of fade away. But there is an empty ring world there to be harvested now, so we could maybe go there and have a look. So, where we left off, just even for my own sanity, to remember what we were doing, this time would have played maybe about 10 days past where I think we left off. So essentially, we came into the Nikor system. Of course, I gave that starbase back to the Tyreen Republic by mistake. We brought our corvettes back in, they took it away, and the invasion happened at Mehrana, or whatever it's called there, Mehrana. So the only thing I did in between the crash and now is when time played, I just moved some pops off this world and distributed them around, just the way I do, like I do regularly between episodes. I don't think we've missed anything. The only other thing is I never actually brought this fleet into this system. When we did, we got events about it, so I was worried that maybe something was going on there. So this fleet has never actually moved. So they're on their way in there now, and hopefully everything will just play out the same. So that's pretty much it. So I'll let time play. See if we make it past the day. So that's the end of the Dual Rakan Reborn. So those guys are gone, unfortunately. So yeah, that leaves us with orbital habitats and ring worlds all the way out here that I guess we could take if we wanted. No reason why not. And hopefully that'll be it. I haven't tested going much further beyond than that, so it's really unknown territory. Alright, let's switch the music up. So, that is the Tyreen Republic done now in the north. They are our original adversary. They are gone from the north, but they're still here in the northeast, so they've just got this little bit of territory left, just 2 planets to go. Looks like they're actually taking stuff from the Kosher as we take stuff from behind. So we're going to move those fleets over now, and the army as well, hopefully to get over there and take them out. So hopefully that doesn't take too long. Alright, keep letting time play. And, yeah, see, because for me it's been quite a long time, I actually kind of struggled to remember what we were doing. Federation fleet emerging and coming back that
under
way.
attack.
Relic activation available. What's this? Let's just do a status update. So what's the status update on the attack moon? Where are we at? 200 days to go. Where are we at with the upgrades to the ring world? 83 days to go. Okay, and the other attack moon. Have we started that yet? And if so, can I remember where that was? No, I don't think so. Oh, I do. It was system. Yes. Got it. All right, so that's already still going. 6%. Okay, good. Everything's trucking along. Tyreen Republic there with their 9k. Did I tell them to stop colonizing? Nope. Okay, good. Yeah, it's just through various tests, you know, I did a bunch of stuff, so I'm all confused now with what's happened and what hasn't. But like I said, I promise you I haven't gone past September in this month, so... not that I don't know what's going to happen, if anything happens at all. And presumably nothing will for a while. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god, that would have broken my heart if it froze then. Alright, cool. Taking the system at Damun. So that's just Norilgakis doing his thing, wrapping up what's behind him. He's still en route to go back to Korach. I'll take that no problem. Alright, let's get more active music. That sad music is really how I feel deep down, but it's all good. Oh, this is a good one. I love this track. Okay, so we're about to enter that system. I'm assuming we'll get the event we got before. Although now that's not hostile to us, so I don't know. Maybe not. The Thogan Emergence open borders. Ah, that's something I meant to do as well. Are we closed borders with these guys? Yeah, we are. The Dakarite, we've closed our borders to some of these people. I don't know if... Just the people we used to be adversarial with. Login emergence. Yeah, it's all good. Alright, cool. Okay, I don't know if I just mentioned it now, but yeah, like I said, I moved some pops around, so I added more pops then to Nemesis and things like that, so we should be making even more alloys than we were. Right, so we had these events before. That was the devastation in the system, but also the abandoned orbital Elysium, but we couldn't actually see it. So I don't know. Oh, there it is. Oh, it is there. Oh, it's destroyed though. Oh, I didn't know they could be. That's a little worrying for future. Because we have one, obviously at New Astania. I don't know if we can build them. I'm assuming we can. Alright, nice. We got our dark matter launchers. Our level 4, basically. FTL components to get faster ships. Seems like it'd be a good idea. I did want the micro-singularity cannon as well, though. Well, I'll go with the ship. Jump drives, getting where we need to get together fast, I think is just quite important right now. Then we'll go for power after that. Juggernaut artillery. Kinetic weapon attack speed. Defense platform hull points. Okay, let's just get that. Sorry, I have to admit, I'm partially distracted. My cat's been let in again, and she's just walking around. And if she jumps up on the computer, it could go off. And after all this, it's just like such an extra distraction I don't really need. But whatever. The only way she can get up here is she jumps on my PC and climbs up. And sometimes she hits the off button, the power switch. Anyway, she's kind of moved out of my line of sight, so no more distractions, hopefully. What a chaotic episode, at least for me. Hopefully I'll clean it all up in editing. Alright, we got some combat out here at Le Cheval. Pretty standard. Just taking systems. No more, I never actually checked from the beginning of the episode. Oh, this is so unstable.
Discovered.
Have these guys done anything? They have kind of. They're moved to their border up here at Kalam. The Kosher Trade League are up here with 100,000 fleet strength, with the Pod Privateers backing them with about 30,000, so 150 at best, with an impending 1.5 million. Not looking good for them, but they're just chilling here. Looks like they're heading west. Titanic Ring World has been complete. This is a wonderful day. Excellent. All right, now we can. So all of this, the outer ring is now being built. The secondary ring. Let's begin the colonization. And like I said, I'll probably just name these after different Greek city-states. I don't know how we're going to focus them, respect them in the future, but for now, they're essentially free breeding grounds for more pops and more Romans. Maybe we'll then specialize them to have like bureaucratic, maybe even alloy, but I don't think we'll need to. I want to put gene clinics down on each of them as well. That's something we've been planning to do. Did I get them all, actually? Yeah. Okay, good. They'll all move off now together. And touch down. And who do we have here coming through? Transport Fleet 3. They've taken quite a bit of damage. Yeah, let them keep going. That's fine. The Spartans are here. We could send them instead. Or we could merge them. I know it's weird, but I don't want to merge the Spartans with anyone because they're Spartans. You know, I like to think they're different. They're on their own. They shan't be merged with anyone. And yes, that's right. I said shan't. As in shall not. Alright. We got our defense platform thing. A complete waste of attack. Just I was distracted for a second. Flagship hull points 2,200. Carrier hull points. We're getting some of these smaller techs for just improving things slightly. Yeah, I don't know. This isn't a great roll of techs, to be honest. Exploration cruisers level 3. Kinda nice, but our guys are pretty fast already. Advanced habitats. Let's just get whirlwind missiles. Maybe we'll use them, maybe we won't. Maybe it'll lead somewhere else. It's cheap, so we'll get that.
Establishing colony.
Fleet combat again. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Got a hard crash. Hello everyone, I'm back again from yet another crash. So that one is just like a more regular crash. That wasn't to do with any AI or events or anything like that. Sometimes I guess it just happens. The game's a bit overloaded. We're zooming in and out real quick into systems. We clicked our fleet in order to load up its UI here, and I guess it just conked out. Unfortunately, it was like 2 days before the next autosave, so it meant that everything I just went through was gone. So I just went through it again, got to the New Year's, and then saved it. And then as I hit play to catch you up on where we're at, my cat jumped up and turned off the fucking PC. So I put everything down again, but luckily I saved it. So I'm back and here now, so hopefully it's all good. So this means I've just had so many start stops, and start again, I guess, that I'm pretty like lost with where I am. I don't know how long this episode has been going on for. It's been hours for me. So if it's a bit short or if it's really long, I apologize for that. I won't know till I'm editing it afterwards. So apologies for that, but hopefully we're all good to go. I think I'll probably have to keep it on normal speed and be really careful about zooming in and out now. So as we get more and more unstable. Oh well. Okay, so did anything else happen? Oh yeah, the only different things that happened, because I had to go through those last 6 months again, we rolled different technologies. So now I'm getting the level 5 flak, and we're still getting the level 3 jump drives. So don't think there's anything else different. Everything else is played the same. I just let time play. Nothing changed. We colonized the ring world as well. We began colonization, so everything's the same again, I think. Easy darn. Don't be zooming in and out like a madman. Hopefully we're just really unlucky. I did a full restart on the PC as well, obviously, when Nick's jumped up on it, so hopefully everything is kind of reset and a little bit better. Alright. Fleet combat status. So that's Neurilga. Okay, so just to recap, I need a recap for myself. So Neurilgicus is, let's do this mode. It's kind of easier to see, I think, that way. So Neurilgicus pushing back down and in through this way. Some of his territories that we got up by Rubicon are actually gone now. We have a claim on them because they're pushing back against it. So maybe we'll come back and deal with that. He'll be up there in a moment anyway. Yeah, so he's just going to get these last two areas. The Spartans, I think, can now move. Right, so we've Spartans here. We've got to put someone in charge of that. New general. 3 lovely ladies. Velusa Gavius Norbanus Floranius. So what do we got? Army disengagement chance. Definitely not going to happen. Not for Spartans. Leader lifespan. Sure. She's younger. Leader lifespan. So let's get Velusa Gavius. Alright. So they're going to head off and look to take any systems that we don't yet have that are just waiting on armies to arrive, such as this one. Network. Land on that. Alright. Get this one. She needs to land on 1. Let's do that, which is being bombarded right now. Of course, these systems that when we take them, they do become... They all get purged, those guys. Oh, I think one of the things I did in between was... This is actually in the previous crash. not to confuse people, was I changed the Pakari conditioned to have residency status. So they were actually still slaves. So they are now the residents from the Tyreen Republic. Their slavery is being lifted. They're now in charge of the worlds that the Tyreen, the Haitian, used to own. And they're enslaving the Haitian. So it's kind of like a nice redemption arc for them, I guess, in a way. It's not redemption. What's the word? I don't know. It's just justice in a way, right? They were enslaved. They were conditioned to be slaves as well. It's part of their traits now, their genetics. And now they're the rulers, while the Haitian are the slaves. So it's kind of good. Good karma. Alright, I'm going to go up and actually get this Zro. Let's do it with this actually. Is that fleet on its way back? It's not actually, so let's send that over. Alright, cool. Hopefully we're all caught up then. And here we are again. Man, it's like deja vu. Groundhog's Day. Alright, we're starting to go over our limit now of Empire Sprawl. We've reduced the starbase capacity limit. I deleted the starbases up at the Tyreen Republic, so we're all good there. You can see some of those red missiles coming in again. Due to their advances in technology, the Veldener Zealots are now a vassal under the Roman Empire. So I believe that is due to the fact that if you reach 50% of your overlord's tech, you're no longer eligible to be a protectorate. So they're after being elevated to vassal status. So they don't. I don't think they're going to get the 80% buff to their technology thing anymore. But yeah, they're still obviously really far back if that's the case. All right, well there you go. Alright, let's have a little look around. So these guys, again, just kind of circling the drain. Not really a drain, though. But, and then we saw that the Corinth Restorers have moved their fleet up here. They were heading that way, so I don't know if they're going to try and take this stuff back. They have the system, but not the planet that resides there. And then they have Ugarsti and this other system to take as well. Now, it doesn't look like the Kosher Trade League lost their battle. Their fleet's actually pulling back, so they're still good. They haven't had a decisive battle just yet. Alright. Okay. I wish I knew how long the episode was. I think, I have no idea, but I reckon 10 more minutes is probably somewhere about right. We'll see about that then. See if anything crazy happens. But as for now, we're really just waiting on our alloys to build. We're waiting on the attack moons to be created, and then we're waiting on that influence. It's almost ready to allow us to bring back Classes 1. In fact, let's start bringing back Classes 1 now to get that fleet built. They don't need to be down here anymore. They can go back to Sol and then to the Starfield of Mars. Oh my god, it's almost... I hope you people don't mind. You people. I hope people don't mind the lag. I actually don't really mind it, but I feel like, oh, people are probably so annoyed at it. Because people, when I stream games, they're always like, oh, your frame rate's so bad. And in certain games, typically modded games like Dividea and Para, the mod for Rome 2, so tragically bad in terms of frame rate when I play multiplayer especially, that I always feel I feel like people are just like, oh, get a better PC. But I got no fucking money, so I can't. Although with a mod like this, I feel like a better PC wouldn't even do anything. It's hitches, you know, it's just big hitches when the game's trying to calculate something all at once. I don't even know if it would really help that much. Alright, finally, the Senate has passed the resolution, and they did pass it, by the way. Sorry, I should take a moment to take a look at that. So the Senate has voted on and passed the resolution to enable council veto. Sorry, enable council veto. So we can now veto other people's things. So if we wanted to, we just go veto, see you later. I think it costs influence, though I am not sure how much. So 75. Click to assert your council power and veto this resolution. That's pretty cheap, but then there's probably a cooldown. Alright, so for this one, we're going to just immediately emergency measures. It's an emergency that we throw this onto the Senate floor right now and vote to focus denouncing both awakened empires. Both the Carillion regulators and the Corinth restorers are acting like children. Prepare a harshly worded letter for each. I know it's a joke and that's funny and everything, but it's a pretty serious moment. So I would like to take the moment to say that we're instead preparing a speech to rally all to our cause in the galaxy. Alright, attack moon movement systems installed. Movement systems have now been installed on our attack moon in the Lyrum system. These massive thrusters are able to generate a humongous amount of thrust, enough to move the entire moon to another location. They're powered by a massive generator installed within the planet's core, which provides an incredible amount of energy. We must now begin working on the terrifying superweapon that will arm the moon. So we put the... Yeah, that's awesome. So note the attack moons will have 250 minerals and 250 energy upkeep. We can afford it. That's a lot, actually, though. Yeah, that is a lot. So you could really have, like, 5, maybe? There it is. You can see it. It's tiny, but we can see a little... Is it a little thruster, a little engine on it? Yeah, it looks like it. That looks like it. It's aiming right out that way. You think... Well, really, it should be aiming, like, maybe that way or maybe that way, if I was to be super picky. So it can just kind of eject itself out of its orbit. That's all cool. So 9,000 alloys, 1,200 days. And we're going to then add the weapon system to it. Oh, you can see it on the front there as well. Actually, you think that... Yeah, maybe it'll get moved. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. We get the idea. When it's done, it's done. I can't wait to see how much power it's going to give me. And then do we have to, like, put weapons on it or something? Because we don't have it in the ship designer. So I'm not too sure. Alright, the emergency measure was declared. The edict expired for scientific revolution. So let's get that back. Invasion is over on 1. Excellent. The territories collapse and keep falling. That's great. Let's go for this. Actually, we'll go for this next one. We already have the Spartans queued up for that one. Go for server. They are coming back my way. We need to push them back in a moment. So let's get that, and then we're free to jump back up. I want Neurillicus to be the one that does it. It's kind of annoying that they're taking stuff back at all, but... How much is it? It's only 6,000 fleet power. Ooh, it seems like we just can't about reach it from here. Oh well. It's fine. Continue doing what you're doing then. Keep an eye on it. Spartans are on their way. You can see they actually have to go through hostile... Oh, right. If they're going through that way, you may as well then take this place on your way. Colonel. And then that means we can redirect them to Julau. Alright, great. Alright, so that's perfect. What's going on here? We just haven't got that system. Alright. And what's going on in the north? So we've arrived. Let's queue up to go in there. I can't remember what giving all these orders. Where were they heading? Down to Huff to protect it, is it? Oh yeah, so we're invading the Order of Enlightenment with the Federation fleets. That's 130,000. There's another 110, 11,000 there. So the Federation fleets are going to clash down here. Hopefully if both come through. I want to use them first because remember they are a bit more expendable in a way. Alright, looks like we have combat out here. At Noor. Now Noor are the starfish. Although I guess they have a different leader now. Okay, looking good. No activity from the neutrals. And these guys are getting a little close to each other again. Not really, actually. The big fleet is still pulled back. The Gilded Starflock have 100,000. They've pulled back. And these guys have pulled back this way. Now they're pushing into the smaller territory there. Okay. I wonder, are they building like an army to come up? Oh, they have one now. Yeah, maybe that's what they were waiting for, to take the planet, because it looks like they want to take that next. So we are maxed out for energy, minerals, and food. So I'm just going to buy some alloys, even though the price exchange is going to be horrible. I noticed that the market has been relocated to the Order of Enlightenment, which is bullshit, because we took it from the Tyreen Republic, but I guess it just relocated. There was no event. We could roll an event in the Council, or in the Galactic community, to see if we can redistribute it to somewhere else. Maybe we can win it that way. Alright. I really want to pause it before zooming in on these things, just in case, but here we go. So this is the Federation fleet. One of them are pushing in to the Order of Enlightenment territories. So we've just taken Balawar. We're going to go for Kiram next. So let's... We have to wait for it to be out of combat, and then we can get rid of that starbase. We're over our starbase limit yet again. I think that's because we just keep taking extra ones out this way. So let's remove that. Let's remove 0. That should level us out again to 27, I think. After we get rid of the other one, I guess. Alright, the Spartans are on their way from the core, which is good. Alrighty, so really it's now we're closing in from two sides, right? On the Order of Enlightenment and the Nur Assembly, we're just pushing in from both east and west. And once they're done, then that's kind of it for really all of our enemies out this way. And then the Tyreen, of course, are pushing in on them. Then we're just isolating all the enemies to this pocket of the galaxy while we build up our fleets even further. At least we're very safe right now. It seems that way anyway. It's good. They're on their way through as well. Alright, great. Now I should have this fleet, yeah. Good. I was going to say, I have these on the way over. They are. But instead of going up that way the same way, we're just going to jump now into Polymar. Alright, cool. Alright, great. So how are things? Tiberius, 121. We know that as long as he's under 180, he'll be still alive. It's crazy how they've just lived so long now. Opsius as well, doing his thing. He's taking that territory. He's going to have to wait now for the troops to arrive at Karash. But we could hop up to the Kelvin Maelstrom, start taking that, and then push back up the way we lost, because we're losing territories now behind us. I wish the Veldener Zealots would target them. They're just right there. It's only 6,000. We've got 42,000. They're entering orbit of network. They're bombarding that planet. Maybe when we take it and free it up. Oh, sorry. Did we not give the order? Didn't we? We did. We have it.
Commencing planetary invasion.
Yeah, it's within my territory. They're just still hovering over it. That's a different planetary invasion. That's the Spart. No, it is. I'm so confused now. It's my planet. It says it. This should be fine, right? So that's all fine. Good. So you can get up now. Thank you. And we'll move you somewhere else. Right, so we got 0 and Jualonu, or whatever, Julau. Now we need to get Riak. Okay, good. Straightforward. And we have a scientist in here getting the debris now as well, although it's probably not going to be that helpful, but every little helps, I guess. Alright, good. So yeah, there's really not much left now of the Ancient Eradicators. It's just all of that, like, all their little planets that are hemmed in on the right side now. So this is looking good.
Spaceport under attack.
Spaceport under attack. Let's see. That wasn't that. It's this one. Not really of my concern, but let's go out and attack that anyway.
Planet
Alright. Crystal Lance Cannon is done. Man, I'm so used to getting tech so often, but now with all these crashes in time being distorted and stuff, it's like we haven't gotten anything. We could get more leader lifespan, army health, and so on and so forth. That's all fine. I think maybe the Crystalline Impaler. Get a T class as well for it. Although it's X and T, it seems. It looks like it works on both because the stats don't change. 5,000 to 9,000 damage. That is a pretty hard hitter. Let's go for it. Right, so our second Federation fleet's here. Some of the smaller components are merging with the first one. Okay, good. So we'll have them merge, and then we're going to try and engage the... they're kind of backing off. It might not be till the next episode that we see that. The Order of Enlightenment. We've kind of left this behind as well.
Engaging hostile fleets.
Wants to go in there and get that. That'd be nice. I guess we could. We are here. Oh no, we're on our way back home, yeah.
Debris scanned.
Juggernaut could do it on its own, I would imagine. I don't think these bases are going to be particularly strong. Alright, so hopefully everyone's followed along. Sorry for how disjointed it is and everything, but what can you do? At least it's working, you know? And by the next episode, you know, I'll just go around and make sure we're all set and ready for what's to come as well. But there's not much left. You know, after the Ancient Eradicators and the Tyreen are done, it's pretty much just a game of waiting for our attack moves to be ready, build that flagship, which we can now do, by the way. Let's get it started. Let's actually do that. It'd be kind of fun at the end to just queue it up. Flagship is the Jupiter class, so we know that we can get rid of the antimatter cannons now and replace them with dark matter launchers. Okay. The micro-singularity warheads, I don't think they can be improved. They're very specific in what they do as well. And they use that gravity anomaly resource. Quite powerful though, 188 to 358 damage. The Desolator torpedoes might be better though now. 100% shield penetration and 50% armor damage, whereas these have shield penetration and shield damage. Let's do a little bit of a divide. Do something like that. Range 80. What was their range? 95. Yeah, I'm okay with that. And we have our level 4 artillery. We're getting our level 5 artillery right now. How long is that going to take? Sorry, not artillery, flak. I'm going to wait for that. Actually, no, I guess we should start queuing up the thing now to be built, because at least it's probably going to take a while. So let's just go into... Anything else need to change? Added the extra armor. Level 5 sensors. Level 6. It's already got its maxed out jump drive and its special power. So, yeah, I think pretty good to go. Let's just save that there. And commission the building of our first flagship. Our only flagship. You can only have one. The Jupiter class. 640 influence. 28,000 alloys. Just going to take over a year. Not too shabby. Alright, let's go the extra year. Let's wait for the year to end, shall we? Try to keep things moving. Let's just see it to the end of the Tyreen. And for that other year to end. So let's go there. They've done their thing. Let's keep going. And where are the troops on this side of the galaxy? Oh, they still haven't moved. Come on, dudes. The cooldown of these jump drives isn't that long, so if we do a jump, we will end up making it faster, I think. So 11 days to jump to there, and then we'll just start moving out this way. The galaxy is collapsing in from all sides.
Planetary invasion.
You love to see it. What I don't like to see is... Yeah, so the Corinth Restorers have pushed out now a little bit. They've taken this area, and they've got their fleet station there. Their army has arrived at Sulan. It looks like they're going to take that, and then I'm sure they're going to go for Urgacity next, and then we'll see where they go. So they are taking things, just they are a bit slow, but they are taking things. Same with the Carillion. You can see them pushing into the Traxian territory. Yep. They're doing their thing. Good to see they're not like stuck or anything.
Planet conquered.
Alright, Riek has fallen. But the territory... Yeah, so it has. Good. Alright, so we've taken all the planets on the west side of the Ancient Eradicators except for this one. So let's just do a jump down here. The Spartans... Oh no, sorry, it's Queso's Conquerors, my bad. Spartans are here. Where should we go next? I guess we'll move this way. Right, yeah. So we'll go to Rubicon. Alright, Spartans are... Wait, damn it. Yeah, no, that's right. Spartans are going to make their jump to the Kelvin Maelstrom. By the time that falls, they'll get there, and then they'll move with the fleet into Rubicon. And I guess we'll cross the Rubicon. Never actually named anything Rubicon. This would have been a good name. 3, 2, 1. And there they are. Territory's ours, so it's safe. And now they can just follow this fleet and go for Rubicon. Excellent. Now we're taking on tons of pops, but they're all going to die. The Ancient Eradicators. I wonder how many we have. They're just called Ancients, I believe. This list is not alphabetic, because that would make sense. There they are. The 9% of the population already are Ancients, so they're just going to be... They're going to be eradicated. Alright, now that we've got the extra influence as well, we can now bring another construction ship back down here to build that other moon. And just have moons constantly on the go, you know? So, I think it was at Huff, out here. Build a megastructure, attack moon candidate, 85 influence, there you go. Excellent.
New technology discovered.
Fleets are together now. They're not fully merged up though. I'm not sure what the deal is with one of them. One of them's quite small. I don't know who it thinks it belongs to. Oh, they're merging into this one. There we go. Great. All merged and ready to go. We'll push in here first and then up to there. Not sure if the Colden Consortium have any claims on this, but if they do, it'd be nice to see them grow. No, oh, they do. Yeah, they do. Nice. So look at all this. Looks like that might have been originally their territory based on their shape. Or it's just coincidence that they've, you know, claimed what's next to them. Alright, great. Multi-dimensional reactor has been researched. Let's get that micro-singularity cannon. I've been looking at that for a while. I think it's just an improvement to the one we have, I think. Yeah, it takes the Graviton resource, 100% shield damage, 25 hull damage. So if I was just to take a quick look into one of the ships that I think has it. Oh, these all need to be upgraded as well. Everything needs to be upgraded in between these episodes. They're on the small ships, aren't they? Yeah. There they are. Small spatial distortion cannon. So I'm assuming... It looks like it has the same stuff, yeah. I'm assuming that's what's going to be upgraded. Be popped in instead.
Construction online.
In some ways, I feel bad for the Tyreen Republic, but I really shouldn't.
Online.
They brought this upon themselves. Completely. Now we can do another jump already. Oh, no, we can't. Okay, cool. So we want to land at Irem, which I think might be their last world. Oh, it looks like it was previously held by the Nerilga, potentially. And then with all this new territory, what we can do is run the edict for identifying new moon candidates, and then find a bunch of new moons that we could weaponize. We have a bunch in Sol that we could do, but I don't like the idea of disrupting the Sol system that much. But I wouldn't necessarily mind for anywhere else. Roman Empire fleet at Sol is at 16 million legionaries. Has our star bases completed yet? It has. So check this out. We have our first solar stronghold. 672,000 fleet power. It's only going to get thicker. Now, I've seen some bug with this, where if it goes over 700,000, it gets reset to 1. I'm hoping that doesn't mean the actual fleet power is that bad. And it's just the it's just like a broken value label, you know, but the value is fine. I'm hoping that's the case. Interesting. We're taking a bit of a hit now to energy. Oh, that's because of extra star bases yet again. So we can get rid of this one. See you later. Say goodnight. Thanks for playing. It's 3 of them gone. Let's get rid of this one. And these guys need to land down here. The Quesos Conquerors combine. Spartans are over at Rubicon. They can land here now as well. 2 worlds for them to land on. Hub and Chassis. It crashed. Right, I'm going to have to leave the episode there. That, again, is just another happenstance bug, but it does seem to be happening more and more, which is a bit worrying. Anyway, hopefully I'll throw up something in the background while I'm talking here, but thank you again very much for watching. I'll be back with a fresh, hopefully no crashes episode, because I'm sure it'll be easy to do that in the next one. We're solidifying a lot of territory. There's not that much left to take other than just looking forward now into the southeastern corner, which is basically just where the fallen empires will be. But we need to just build up a little bit more of that strength and go for them then. Alright, thank you very much for watching. I'm so sorry about all these crashes. I don't know really what's going on.